Okay, everybody, it is me, Gregory Mannarino. Guess what? It's still Tuesday, December 7th, 2021. Well, does that date ring a bell? You know, live in infamy thing? Yes, today is Pearl Harbor Day. And most of you out here know that I have the honor and privilege to know a Pearl Harbor survivor, Mr. Edward Hall. He is 98 years old. The man is a patriot to the highest order, and I just love him. And I don't know. You know what I'm going to do? I want to show you something. Just bear with me a moment here. This guy is a bona fide hero in my eyes, and he loves people. He loves this nation. And he told me, Greg, he said, if I could, again, if I had the strength to do it and I was called to fight again for this nation, well, he told me straight out he would do it. This is him. This is Edward Hall. If you notice, look how he is, you know, the posture of his hand and his face. When he talks about the Pearl Harbor attack, till this day, he gets choked up. He's starting to get choked up right here when this picture was taken. Could you imagine being so scarred by an event that happened so many years ago that the pain doesn't go away? Well, we need to seriously consider how absolutely vile it is to send men and women into wars around the world. And the cost is just so great, really is. And as we all know, the cost of freedom is definitely not, it's not free. Ask Ed Hall, he'll tell you. And here in the United States, it appears that we've surrendered most of the things that people like Edward Hall have fought for and died for around the world. Our liberties are being stolen, and people are just throwing their hands up and they're surrendering to this tyrannical new thing that we have. And I can tell you firsthand, people like Ed Hall are very unhappy with the way things are going today. Speaking of Ed Hall, just the last time, I'm going to go see this man in a little bit. That's part of the reason why I can't do a video later today. I'm going to go pick Ed up, and we're going to celebrate Pearl Harbor Day. Imagine, seriously, people, I'm getting chills throughout my body that I get to spend time with a man who was there. I get to hear a first-hand account of what happened that day. It's unbelievable. It really is. Anyway, people, look, I just wanted to get that out of the way. Happy Pearl Harbor Day. Let's talk, people. As I am doing this video blog, the market is still open. It is 11:55 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The market is in full-on rally mode. Stocks are pretty much higher across the board. Crude oil surging higher, about 3.5% more after yesterday's rally. It's not going to stop here, people. You know the mechanism behind it. Look, I'm just thankful that more people, well, some people didn't die. Whenever crude plummets like that, if it does not rebound right away, people die. It's a phenomenon that happens over and over again. Terrorist attacks, bombings, pipeline issues, a U.S. military airstrike, all these things, they just happen to happen only when crude oil is low, and it's used as a mechanism to prop up the market. Well, it didn't need that. Obviously here with OPEC now raising the price of crude oil. Imagine Greg Mannarino's shock here. It's a shit show, like I said this morning. So again, on top of this rally here in the stock market, a couple of other things are going on. Again, the market is open as I am talking. Risk in this market remains relatively stable. The MMRI is 87.9 last time I looked. Yield curve stabilizing, dollar stable as well. It's a nice setup for this market. I had said Sunday my markets a look ahead that I think this market is going to have a Santa Claus rally. I explained to you why we see these Santa Claus rallies. You know, those corporate CEOs and those corporate bigwigs, they got to get their big, fat, ugly, multi-million dollar bonuses. And the only way to do that is to make sure that their stock share prices are high. Oh, yeah, it's no big secret. That's just the way it works, people, and I think you all know that. Okay, with that said, let's move on to a couple of other assets. You got cryptocurrencies right now flat to slightly higher. Gold and silver catching a bid right now despite the stronger dollar. Oh, God, could you imagine my shock there, too? All right, people. I want to share a few things with you. We got some economic news. And yet again, you're going to laugh. Ha, 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 ha. It's really not funny, but you're going to laugh anyway here. So here I am. It's astonishing to me, people. Despite all the nonsense, despite all the garbage that we are so strong, our economy is booming. Oh, really? Well, then why is the Fed maintaining buying assets in historic amounts every single month? Oh, that's because we're doing so well. I forgot. Oh, how about you? So here's what we got. U.S. third quarter productivity plunged, absolutely fell off of a cliff. Meanwhile, production costs have gone through the freaking roof. Oh, really? Oh, are you as shocked as I am? No, I'm not going to do a shock face, but I am going to go, duh, duh, duh. It's not going to stop, people. Again, there are those who are going to go way out of their way to convince you that what you are seeing is not real. And it gets better than that. I got to laugh at this one too. What we have today is, prepare yourselves for this. The CEOs of the major Wall Street banks, well, guess what they're doing? They're getting together and they're expressing their concern about surging inflation, that inflation is getting out of control. These people couldn't give a tiny piece of bird shit about you. Forget about dog shit. They don't care at all. You're nothing to these, rulers of the world that have no idea whatsoever what it's like to be a regular person. They're gazillionaires and they're concerned about the average guy and the average girl. They think they're getting hurt by inflation. My heart goes out to the little people. They don't care about you at all. They're going to mislead you. They're going to tell you to look in the wrong direction. They just want, well, they probably want you dead. Or, of course, they want you in debt, okay, which is pretty much the same thing, okay? If you are a debt slave, what can you do? Your life is, if you're a slave to debt, you tell me what kind of a quality of life you're going to have. You might as well be dead. It's out of control here. And people, look, if you are one of those out here who is, unfortunately, a slave to debt, if it's unsecured debt, you can easily get out from under it. I don't know how many of you are aware, but I have a narrated ebook. It's 100% free. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do something really lovely for you. If you happen to have any unsecured debt, credit card or something along those lines, something that's not linked to a hard asset, okay, you absolutely can get out from that debt. Banks, big corporations, they renegotiate debt every single day. The big secret that you're not allowed to know is so can you. Oh yeah, it's not so hard. So in the description of this video, I'm going to place a link to a narrated ebook by me, Gregory Mannarino, that's going to tell you step by step how to get out of unsecured debt. It's a beautiful thing. Look, I got your back. You know that, people. There is not a guy out here who cares more about people and I want them to succeed. I want you to succeed. I want you to be aware of everything that is going on and how to take advantage of it. Okay, this is not a channel for losers. This is a channel for winners. You know the geopolitical situation, what's going on, the economy in free fall. Okay, blah, blah, blah. But what are you doing about it? What are you doing about it? What kind of action are you taking? Are you becoming your own central bank? Are you betting against the debt? Do you have a somewhat diversified portfolio? And if you're unable to do that, are you at least betting against the debt, becoming your own central bank by holding even, pieces of physical silver? People, get on the opposite side of this. This is an epic bubble beyond belief. You know that. It's a hyper debt bubble being fostered deliberately by runaway central banks who are determined to fulfill their end game. So you want to be betting against that, and you do that simply by holding anti-debt units, which in my view also include cryptocurrencies. You know that. I don't have to go over this again. But anyway, if you do, again, for the last time, have unsecured debt of any type, or if you're just interested in learning what steps that anyone can take, okay, to get themselves out of debt really quickly, well, again, in the description of this video is a link to my narrated ebook. And I want you to pay attention to what I'm saying there. All right, people, look, that's the story. Trading is still going on. Rally on Wall Street. Yield curve normalizing. Crude oil surging higher. Imagine Greg Mannarino's shock. You can't imagine how surprised I am. No. How about no? Risk in this market, okay, we're okay here. We're going to continue to buy the dips, period, the end. Okay, so maybe I am a perma bull. I guess no, I'm not a perma bull. My perspective on this market will change the moment that the dynamics change. And for right now, it's not going to stop. All the nonsense talk, garbage, dog shit, cat shit, about the Fed, what they're going to do moving forward. They're going to taper faster. They tapered nothing. They're going to cut back on asset purchases. How about no freaking no, and no freaking no? Ain't going to happen. So you and I are going to continue on the pathway that we've been on for many years, and we're going to freaking rip the face off of this market because they're making it too easy. They're making it too freaking easy for us. You understand? I think you do. People, I'm out of here. Love you a lot. Please share the video. And if in fact you do take advantage of listening to, because it's literally, you just click on it and it's going to play my narrated ebook. I hope you would let me know what you think about that. All right, that's it. See you tomorrow. I'm out of here.